Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel if you're new or you're coming back, and by the way, welcome to all the new subscribers. It's really exciting to have you guys on board and I'm excited to share this message today. This is gonna be a classic daily read, so we're gonna take a look at the energy of Divine Feminine Collective, Divine Masculine, and the connection energy at this time. At the end, I'm gonna pull some messages from the Hermit Tarot deck. This is gonna be messages between the twins. And I'm gonna start with an oracle deck, and today I picked the Spirit Junkie Oracle from Gabby Bernstein. So we're gonna get some affirmations for each of the collectives, and we'll start with a card for Divine Feminines. Let's see what we have. What do the feminines need to hear today, to keep in mind, to keep like a mantra, right? Because these are the affirmations rather than instructions, which of course you can rephrase for yourself depending on your situation, what it means for you, right? But it's not so, it's more subtly implying, right? What it means for you and what action needs to be taken based on where you are. Okay. We have, I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. Love it. Such a lovely message for the start of the week, right? This is one of the angles on the serenity prayer, right? Understanding that you cannot change you can't control everything, and B, knowing what you can control or change and working with that. And this is exactly it, right? One of the big ones, working with your perspective. And sometimes it's not about, or oftentimes it's not about being okay with something horrible happening around you, because a lot of people take it that way, unfortunately. It's more about seeing it more objectively from different perspectives and seeing the duality of it, right? Positive or negative connotation is what we assign to activities, to people, to situations, to events in our life, right? And it's never really that black and white, right? There is nothing perfectly positive. There is nothing completely negative, right? And everything happens for a reason, most importantly, right? It's more about believing in the divine plan, even if you don't see the value, the meaning, at least trust that there is one, and you can always ask for that meaning to be revealed to you, right? You have a lot of eyes here, right? You can ask to have the eyes for what is it the universe is trying to tell me here? What am I supposed to learn out of it, right? What do we have for the masculine? I'll try to make this a shorter reading today because I know that Monday is a busy day for you guys. It's also a busy day for me and I have a lot going on. A new blog article is going to come out either today or maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see. Also, I'm publishing all of my podcasts that I did with the Business Network. And I'll definitely provide a link under the video and in the description box so you can follow along. And if there is a particular topic of interest for you about mindfulness and wellness, it's definitely worth checking it out. I will be doing some follow-up materials on each of those topics, so that podcast is going to be just one of the ways to perceive the information. But it's going to take some time and I'll be doing it one by one, of course, because there are like 9 of them. But in any case, if you're interested in a specific topic, you can check it out. Okay, and we'll definitely do a Spotify playlist sometime soon. We're figuring it out right now how to make it work, and as soon as that's available I'll share it as well, so that you can listen on Spotify if that's your preference, as opposed to listening to them on the website. Masculines, look at that green color. I love it. It's a deeper connection to the heart chakra, I think. Yeah, I really feel it more than thinking it. I breathe calmly and easily. I'm safe in this moment. Yeah, so of course we have more than just heart chakra that's responsible for our feeling of safety But yeah, this is, to me, this is especially, this is not even so much about root chakra, especially because it's talking about breathing, right? Our body is directly connected to the chakra centers and also to different aspects of our life. And to me, this is definitely, especially as it talks about breathing, it's more about the heart chakra in this case, right? And we can only open our heart when we feel safe to do that. So this is asking divine masculines to be more open to what is to come. And I would say another side of it is to protect the heart, but not build a wall to the outside world. That sort of idea, right? Because on the other hand, of course, we become vulnerable. If you wish, we can say we become weaker in some points when we open our heart, right? And for masculines, it's especially risky, let's put it that way, right? If they become vulnerable, if they become weaker in their decision making and the action they're taking, just historically, the masculine energy, people with masculine energy prevailing, they choose to not be so open with their heart space. It's like an intuitive, it's like almost in human DNA by now, right? But on the other hand, if you're not open in your heart, then it's very hard to grow as a person, right? It's almost like you're gradually becoming this robot person who is just going on certain programs and certain commands without really stepping outside of the box and reassessing it, or only reassessing it from a very cold logic point of view, and not so much from intuition, from the heart space, and from the even like the moral value aspect of it, right? Okay, let's get to tarot. Let's see what we have for divine feminine energy, first of all. I'm spotting the Yankees cap today. They are having a very important game today, by the way. And I'm not saying I'm like I follow them. I'm not a hard die fan. But I am actually cheering for them in this game. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'll be in my thoughts, I'll be cheering for them. So I decided to give a little nudge to the local team, especially because I love baseball and this is important. Okay, so we have Knight of Pentacles and the Judgment. Nice. And this is, I'm hearing the message that divine feminines are on track, or kind of like boarded the vehicle, the train, the car, to get to their point of success. It's like they're taking matters in their own hands, that sort of idea, if it makes sense. What do we have for the masculine energy? Okay, Ace of Swords. Love it, love it. And really, it's all those swords are actually about thoughts, not so much about feelings. It has a direct connection to opening the heart, the truth of the matter, the heart of the matter, we say oftentimes, right? What's the connection energy? Ten of Cups, love it. Beautiful. I also like, and the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Twins are really trusting the process now. It's almost like for some, it's been an exhausting journey and it's just a kind of a reflex of like, oh, I give up. It seems too hard to figure out the logic behind it, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. For some, it's more of a conscious decision, as if like I've tried and tested the theory, these kind of intuitive guidance theme many times, and it proved to be working, so I might as well just relax and take it at face value without overthinking, without putting too much effort into it, right? That's the point, kind of, right? It's not supposed to be hard. It's hard in terms of it's always pushing you to grow and to go further and to expand, but it shouldn't be hard in terms of like spending too much of effort on just making each single decision. Okay. And yeah, I was gonna say, I love that in this Ten of Cups, we have the moon phases. So we'll get a clarifier, but I'm really being drawn to that aspect of it. Let's clarify Knight of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Oh, the Lovers and Five of Swords. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Swords for the masculines. The High Priestess, yes. The truth comes out as the connection with the Divine Feminine expanse. And also, I'm getting another message here. For a lot of masculines, this connection felt like a threat at the beginning from different perspectives. The more they've held on to it, or at least it just happened that the feminine is around them in their space, you know, somehow drawing their attention, they could release that wall, that boundaries, that tension more, and they could see then they can see. That's the whole connection here with the heart energy and feeling safe. They could see that not only they can feel safe, but also this is something very special in a good way. This is something life-changing. That's the truth. It just didn't look like what they were thinking it would look like. That someone special in their life. But they're now seeing the truth of it. They're acknowledging the truth of it. For the connection, we have Two of Swords in reverse as a clarifier. Bottom of the deck, another 10 of Cups, by the way. This is the family by the fire now at night. Love it. So, yeah, so I started saying that the feminines are taking matters into their own hands. They're seeing clearly what are the loving choices, what are the illusions of the ego, the voice of the ego versus the voice of God. That's what I'm hearing. And that's helping them feel a lot more confident in moving along. And notice even like the Knight of Pentacles is usually a masculine figure. In this deck, it's feminine, right? So feminines are taking on this sort of hero of the day vibe, but in a good way, not in the egotistic way, in a way that I'm the creator of my own happiness. And nobody but myself can create it. And I'll tell you what, it may sound cheesy, but it's still for a lot of us, even subconsciously, we're still thinking that it's gonna be up to us and our significant other to build abundance together, to I don't know, buy a house together, to build a family together, etc., etc. And also some of it may be true. It shouldn't be like your only plan or like the plan that you see for yourself in life. I used to have that myself, not for all of these aspects, but at least for some of them. That yes, when I'm gonna meet my person, we're gonna work on this together, we're gonna make some decisions together, or we're gonna combine our budgets and contribute together, right? Stuff like that. Like I'm not going to put all of this burden on myself, no way. And there is certain truth in it in terms of not relying on another person with everything. But there's also, being able to rely on your loved ones for support, for being there, for sharing the good times and the bad times. But this is showing how important, especially since we are twin flames, how important it is to go on this road by yourself. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to be like that you'll be by yourself, Divine Feminine, moving through and making your way through it. In some unusual ways. We see she's riding a squirrel here. I mean, come on, right? But it's very important to get on it. The process and the journey is definitely the most important part. And again, you never know what's the divine plan or what awaits you at the end of the road, or what are the milestones even. You can make it up for yourself, right? You can dream something, whatever keeps you going. But be open that the finish line or the goal is going to change as you change your perspective on things. Okay, for the masculines, we have the sword, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. So I already started talking about seeing the truth through the connection with the Divine Feminine, right? And the most important value that Divine Masculines themselves have been noticing, and what is happening as a result of their communication, or of just knowing even the Divine Feminine, even if you're not in communication all the time. They know you, they know about you, who you are, they follow you, whatever it is for your situation. the most important part is they are getting in a safer place with their heart. They want to open their heart. That's how this unconditional love is helping us both bloom in these connections. And speaking of that, the connection energy, you see what it's doing, really. It's taking us into the emotional fulfillment. It's helping us stay aligned with the journey. That's what I see with these different phases of the moon, right? We are more aligned with the natural flow of things. And that includes astrology, of course, and what's happening in the universe. It has to do with the collective energy on Earth. It's alignment with guides, with the divine, with angels, whoever has that divine guidance for us from above. And it's helping us avoid the impasse situations or the inner conflict where it seems like there is no win-win solution, right? It's the opposite. And as we become more aligned with the natural flow of things, the answers come in naturally. That's the important part. That's what we should acknowledge today and celebrate it and be grateful for it. And remember, there's still the Arcturian gateway happening, Arcturian. So yeah, check that reading out from yesterday if you haven't done it yet. But these few days are a big opportunity for bringing in abundance. It's like a universal way, because Arcturian is the star. It's like the sun, but it's like 25 times bigger than the sun. And they are aligned at this time. So yeah, make sure, especially if the topic of abundance of mission is important to you, this topic is going to be important to you. Okay, and to finish off, messages from DM to DF. Not going to do too much clarification today. I'll leave it to you guys to explore the meaning. From masculines, we have 1 pentacle. Be more selfish. For divine feminines, there is someone else and happiness is my priority. So in other words, the masculines are trying to say that yeah, we're focusing on ourselves right now, but there's nothing wrong with it. We're working through our patterns, through what we have to heal and what we have to work on before we're ready to be together. And don't take it personally, divine feminines. Just take this as an opportunity to do your thing, to do yourself, to be more selfish. And from feminines to masculines, we have, I need more time and words do hurt. Yeah, so feminines are healing certain things from their previous interactions with masculines. And they understand that it might take some time and they're ready to put in the work and grow with it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you very much, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.